Yeah, you can start the proceedings.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning.
You have the quorum required for the meeting.
Yes, ma'am.
Since we have the quorum, I call the meeting to order. A very good morning to all. It is my pleasure to welcome all the members to the 35th annual general meeting and also to introduce all the directors and members who are present here. Mr. Kamlesh Gandhi, Independent Director, is joining us from Pune. Mr. K. Narsingh, Independent Director, is joining us from Hyderabad. Mr. Ashwin Datla, Vice Chairman, is joining us from Hyderabad. At the company's registered office, we have Mr. B. Niranjan Reddy, Independent Director. We have Mr. K. Madhu, Vice Chairperson.
Hello.
We have Mr. Subbaraju, Managing Director. Mr. K. Ravi, Director. Mr. P. Aditya Krishna Verma, Executive Director. Mr. K. Satyas Ram, Executive Director. Mr. VVJ Raju, Executive Director. Mrs. Divya Bharti, Company Secretary. We also have through video conferencing our statutory auditor, Mr. Anant Rao.
Excuse me, madam. Sorry for the interruption. There is a audio issue from your end. There is a disturbance coming from your end. If you can use any earphones or something, it would be better.
Okay. Conferencing.
Ma'am, we can't hear you, ma'am.
Earlier it was okay, not that bad. No.
Okay, ma'am. Just remove the earphones. You can.
Continue, madam.
Can you
Please
hear me
continue.
now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Through the video conferencing, we have Mr. Anant Rao, the statutory auditor. We have Mr. AJ Sharma, the secretarial auditor. Am I audible now?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Yes.
And Ms. Soumya, scrutinizer. The notice convening the meeting has been emailed to all the members and also published on the website of the company. The notice is taken as read with the permission of all the members present. The register of directors, shareholding, register of contracts, copies of audited financial statements are available on the company's website for inspection of all the members. My colleagues on the board of directors and dear shareholders of NCL Buildtech Limited, I welcome you all to this 35th annual general meeting of the company. For the second consecutive year, we are missing the opportunity of greeting each other in person. However, your health and safety is paramount in the given circumstances, and we look forward to better times ahead, and we can all be physically present in the meeting. I'm satisfied with all the efforts made by the company to enable members to participate and vote on the items being considered at this meeting. I would like to thank CDSL and the team in the secretarial, HR and IT departments of the company for making these arrangements. Friends, the audited financial statements are already in your hands. I'm sure that some of you will have some questions and suggestions about the finances as well as operations of the company. Members who have notified the company of their intention to speak and raise their points and our management team led by Mr. Subbaraju, Managing Director, will satisfy you and answer your questions. I'm glad to announce that a gist of questions and suggestions from those who are unable to attend the meeting today and the management response thereto will be displayed on the company's website shortly. Coming to the business performance of the company, as noted in the director's report, the last financial year, that is 2021, was a challenging year for reasons known to all. However, with the various initiatives undertaken by the management, such as expanding the product lines, enhancing our dealer and distribution network, have started to yield results. The current financial year, that is 21-22, has seen a slow start, but the revenues continue to improve. Persistent increase in the prices of raw materials, for example, steel, PVC, coal, diesel, etc., continue to put pressure on the margins. Management hopes to attain stability in the profitability of the company in the coming months with improvement in the COVID situation and the order book. In conclusion, I sincerely hope that we shall have the pleasure of meeting you all personally and interacting with all of you in the next annual general meeting. On this optimistic note, I once again welcome you all to the 35th annual general meeting. Thank you. The full auditor's report has been emailed to the members and published on the company's website. I request the auditor to read out the operative part of the report, and the full report can be taken as read with the permission.
Good morning, everyone. I will read the operative part of the audit report. We have audited the accompanying standalone Ind AS financial statements of Messrs. NCL Buildtech Limited, which comprises the balance sheet as at March 31st, 2021, the statement of profit and loss account, including other comprehensive income, statement of cash flows, and the statement of changes in equity for the year then ended, and notes to the standalone Ind AS financial statements, including a summary of the significant accounting policies and other explanatory information. In our opinion, and to the best of our information and according to the explanations given to us, the aforesaid Ind AS financial statements give the information required by the Act in the manner so required and give a true and fair view in conformity with the accounting principles generally accepted in India, including the Ind AS. In the case of the balance sheet of the state of affairs of the company as at 31st March 2021, B, in the case of the statement of profit and loss of the loss for the year then ended, C, in the case of the cash flow statement of the cash flows of the company for the year, and D, in the case of statement of changes in equity for the year ended on that date. So thank you, madam.
Thank you, Mr. Rao. I now invite comments, queries, and suggestions from the members. For orderly conduct of the proceedings, the following procedure will be adopted. Company Secretary would announce the names of the members who have conveyed their intention to speak. Each speaker would be permitted 3 minutes. Their mics would be muted on completion of their allotted time to give way to the next speaker. The Managing Director and his team would note down the suggestions and comments and respond at the end. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Today we have received requests from 11 members to speak at this AGM, and all of them have been provided with the link. And the shareholders who have not registered themselves beforehand as speakers, but they are attending the meeting today, they can express their views and raise questions and send us an email by writing, ma'am, to company secretary. And I'll just explain you the procedure to all the shareholders. The name of the pre-registered speaker will be announced one by one, and the host will enable the audio and video, and you have to raise and confirm your location and name, and proceed with your queries. And the time allotted is 3 minutes, and everyone will be given an opportunity here. Please keep your questions brief and avoid repeated questions. It may be noted that the company reserves the right to limit the number of members asking questions depending on the availability of the time. So host will begin the session now. I request, now I invite Mr. Sagar Praful Shah, the first speaker of the day, to express his views.
Hello, good morning, everyone. I just wanted to ask 2 questions. First question is from the annual report, which says that we have 1863 crore worth project and we have a 50% share over there. So that is roughly more than 925 crore worth of business coming to us, and it says execution is tight in 12 months. So that revenue would likely come in 1 year is what my understanding is. Since it's a huge win for us, congratulations to the group. And I wanted to understand what would be the gross margin on this kind of a project, because on one hand, it's a bulk order, and on the second hand, there would be cost pressures because commodity prices are going up. So that's one question. And the other question was, how are we progressing on the other fronts in terms of the business? Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Host, enable Mr. Praful Chavda.
हेलो,
Yes, sir.
आवाज आ रही मेरी?
थोड़ा जोर से बोलिए ना, सर.
हाँ, जोर से बोलूंगा मैडम.
Yeah. Okay. Now
आ
it's
रही आवाज
clear.
आ रही मेरी?
Yeah, आ रही है, sir.
थैंक यू मैडम. चेयरमैन
sir.
सर, बोर्ड ऑफ डायरेक्टर्स, मेरे साथी शोल्डर्स. कंपनी का वर्क अच्छा है, काम अच्छा करती है, परंतु देखा जाए तो कंपनी का एक राइट इश्यू आया था, प्रमोटर नहीं भरे थे और हम शेयर को जितना चाहिए थे शेयर मिल गए थे. हम बहुत खुश हो रहे थे, खुश होते, परंतु अब मालूम हो रहा है कि प्रमोटर ने शेयर क्यों नहीं भरे. प्रमोटर ने इसलिए शेयर नहीं भरे कि डिविडेंड देंगे और कभी आईपीओ नहीं लेके आएंगे, यानी कि हमारे पैसे फंस जाएंगे. हमारे पैसे का रिटर्न हमको शेयर मार्केट में मिलता है, शेयर बेचा तो मिलता है, हमारी शेयर की वैल्यू जब देखने को मिलती है. आज हमारे शेयर की वैल्यू तो ऐसा देखे तो जीरो ही है. हमको डिविडेंड मिले नो प्रॉब्लम. मार्केट में फोन आता है, डेली फोन आता है, पेम्पलेट आता है, पेम्पलेट में कहा जाता है 250 में शेयर लेते हैं, 200 में शेयर लेते हैं, ऐसी ऐसी बात होती है. तो वो शेयर लेने वाला किसको डिलीवरी देता है, कौन लेते हैं? क्या इनडायरेक्ट बोर्ड ऑफ डायरेक्टर शेयर लेते हैं क्या? ऐसा महसूस होता है. क्यों नहीं लेके आ रहे आप मेरे लिए आईपीओ नहीं लेके आ रहे तो पूरे शेयर आप इसकी वैल्यू से ज़्यादा या 1000 रुपीज 2000 रुपीज में बाईबैक कीजिए ताकि हमारे शेयर आपके पास चले जाए. ये जो प्राइवेट में शेयर लेने का सिस्टम है वो गलत है, वो बंद कीजिए. सर, फिक्स डिपॉजिट लेते हैं आप, फिक्स डिपॉजिट में क्या करते हैं, लेने के टाइम पे ले लेते हैं, तब हमारा पूरा बायोडाटा लेते हैं, हमारा फ़ोन नंबर, मेल आईडी सब लेते हैं. जब इंटरेस्ट भेजने का टाइम आता है तो बैंक में ट्रांसफर हो जाता है, ओके नो प्रॉब्लम. परंतु आपको एक सिस्टम थ्रू हमको एक मैसेज भेजने में क्या जाता है, हमको मैसेज नहीं मिलता है. बैंक से मैसेज मिला तो ठीक है, नहीं तो हम पासबुक में एंट्री कराएंगे स्मॉल शेल्डर है तो पता चलेगा अरे अरे ये तो पैसे आ गए, 15 दिन पहले आ गए, 20 दिन पहले आ गए. जब तक कंपनी की तरफ से भी मैसेज जाना चाहिए कि हमने एक दिन को आपके पैसे ट्रांसफर किया है, पर वो नहीं होता है. तो वो होना चाहिए. सेक्रेटरी डिपार्टमेंट को कुछ काम नहीं करना है, उनको ओनली अपना सैलरी लेना है और जो काम है करना है. ऐसा नहीं करना चाहिए. हर एक सिस्टम है तो इसको बेनिफिट उठा के इन्वेस्टर को, शेयर होल्डर को, फिक्स डिपॉजिटर को ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा बेनिफिट हो ऐसे देखना चाहिए, सर्विस देना चाहिए, पर ऐसा नहीं हो रहा है. इसलिए मैं पूरा अगेंस्ट में गया हूँ. मेरे विठल चावड़ा, इंद्रजीत चावड़ा मिला के हमारे 5000 के करीब शेयर हो सकते हैं. पूरे शेयर हम अगेंस्ट में करे और नेक्स्ट फ्यूचर में अगेंस्ट में ही वोटिंग करेंगे. क्यों बोले, कंपनी सेक्रेटरी का पीआरओ अच्छा नहीं है, और जो नया मैनेजमेंट आया उसका भी पीआरओ अच्छा नहीं है। पुराना मैनेजमेंट था उसका पीआरओ गुड था, अच्छा था। न्यू मैनेजमेंट बिजनेस कर सकता है पर पीआरओ नहीं रख सकता है। धन्यवाद सर।
Thank you, sir. Host, please enable Mr. Vital Chavda. He's available.
नहीं मैडम, वो विठल चावड़ा इंद्रजीत चावड़ा को बोलने की जरूरत नहीं। अब मैं बोल दिया ना, वो
Okay,
ज्यादा
sir. Thank
वो
you, sir.
ज्यादा गुस्से में बोलेंगे, तकलीफ हो रही है उसको।
Okay.
वैसे
Point noted, sir. Thank you. Uh, Host, enable Mr. Jayesh C. Shah.
Hello, good morning. Are you able
Good
to
morning,
hear
sir.
me?
Please proceed, sir.
Can you hear me? Hello,
Hello? Yes, sir.
are you able to hear me?
Yes, sir, but you have to like.
Little louder, please.
Speak a little louder, please.
Okay, is it better now?
Yeah, now it's better, sir.
Okay, my ID is 142859, Jayesh Shah from Chennai. I have couple of queries. On page 43, you have stated about an insurance claim of 3 crores, which is due from the insurance company. What is the status of that insurance claim as of today? Have you received the full amount or any further provision needs to be done? Then on page number 49, there is a provision for trade receivables to the extent of 1.81 crores. Why such a huge amount has been written off in the books? And lastly, I would like to know how, see, last year we had a loss, we could understand because of the COVID situation. What is the position of the current 5 months, April to August? Has the company turned profitable or it is still in the loss in the first half year? And thank you so much. That was the 3 queries.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Host,
Yes.
just enable Mr. Ramesh Mangluri.
Madam, Mr. Ramesh Mangluri is not joined this meeting by this time.
Okay, then we'll connect with other shareholder, Mr. Kamal Kishore Jawar. Kamal Kishore Jawar.
Madam, Mr. Kamal Kishore Jawar is also not there in by this time.
Okay, then next, Mr. Suresh Chand Jain.
Madam, Mr. Suresh Chand Jain is also not there in this meeting by this time.
Okay, then we have Mr. Mandeep Kumar, representative of Wealth Wisdom India Private Limited. Can you just see Wealth Wisdom India Private Limited?
Madam,
Anybody join?
Wealth,
Yeah, Wealth
just
Wisdom.
repeat the name, madam, not the company name.
Mr. Mandeep.
Yes.
Hello. Good morning, Team NCL.
Yes, sir.
Hello.
Good morning.
Yes, I have two questions. First is, even though company has achieved 95% of the last year revenue, why company profits have come down significantly, even though company has come into losses? Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
we are
Please
here.
continue.
Why company has come into these losses? And secondly is, in 2 years back, company has when the change of the government in Andhra Pradesh, the company has told that they have lost huge government contracts due to that. What is the development on regaining those government contracts?
Okay.
And third is, 2 years back, company has also taken that IPO approval. What is the status on that? Is company planning the IPO in coming in this financial year or in future?
Okay.
And also, what is the in the current financial year? What is the company targets of revenue? Hello.
Yes, sir.
Got it.
Any other queries, sir?
Nothing. Fine.
Okay.
Thank you.
Fine, sir. Thank you, sir. Your host, enable Mr. Bharat Shah, Bharat H. Shah.
Yeah, I'm audible.
Yes,
A
yes.
bit louder, sir.
Yeah. Today's chairperson, vice chairman, sir, managing director, sir, other independent directors, especially our.
We are not able to hear you.
The
Louder.
voice is low, sir.
Yeah. Our senior independent director, Mr. Kamlesh Gandhi, sir. And am I audible now?
Better,
Yes,
yeah.
Sir, I'm a shareholder for many years, and we know that our intentions are good, but last 2 years we have seen, last 1.5, 2 years, that situations were not that good. Liberal dividend paying company always given before 2 years you have given bonus also. But in your chairman's speech, you have mentioned that there is a raw material pressure. Whether this pressure has been eased and whether we are on track, that I want to know. And regarding now big order we have received from consortium order, whether this is a state government orders, and we hope that we will be always cautious, because recovery of amount is always difficult, and we hope we will go slow this matter, and our bad debts are not created. That's my main worry. And we hope that our glory will come back in coming years, and we will come with IPO, and our share will be listed. We believe full in this management, especially our new managing director, Mr. Subba Raju, sir.
The last part of your question we were unable to hear.
Yeah, we'll under the leadership of our managing director, we will again have a good days ahead. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Host, just look for Mr. Darshan Yogesh Doshi. Yogesh Doshi.
Yes,
Yeah.
Mr. Darshan, you are Darshana, you are unmuted now. You can proceed.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning, sir.
I think, first of all, I congratulate you, sir, Mr. Subba, and the board. This was very difficult year, I can understand. And going forward, we will be doing great. I don't have any doubts about that. Only suggestion I can make is we have to plan our business from B2B to B2C. Unless we do that, I think there will always be a pressure on our margin. And once you start doing business with consumers, you have better margins. This has been, I think, suggested by me since last few years. And unfortunately, I think we could not plan our IPO due to pandemic, but I believe we should do it early to make ourselves visible, so we are not dependent on government orders. We are still a contractor. Actually, we are since last so many years doing business with best developers and best people. But if we can reach to consumers directly, we can have better margins. And if we are listed, I believe the shareholders and consumers both will add to our top line and our margins. So instead of waiting for better results for an IPO, we should try to do it early so that we have visibility and funds both together. If we wait and I mean, for this pandemic to clear and we get better results than plan IPO would be, I think, disastrous, I believe, because I think next 2-3 quarters also, there is no visibility of normalization of business. And if we reach directly to consumers, there are n number of activities going on. We can improve our margins, we can get funds, and credibility of management is great. We are with you since last 20 years, I believe. And there won't be any question of getting money from shareholders. So I think my suggestion would be we should de-risk our business from government dependent or developer dependent business to consumer driven businesses. That's all. Thank you very much and all the best.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Yeah. First, just check for Mr. Ramesh Mangaluru once again, if he has joined or not.
No, madam.
Yes, Yogesh.
No, madam. Mr. Ramesh is not joined in the meeting.
Then Kamal Kishore Jawar.
1 second. No, madam.
Mr. Suresh Chanjain.
No, madam.
Okay. Thank you.
Yes.
Now all the registered speakers have spoken, and I request our managing director to respond to that.
Thank you, Chairperson. Thank you, members of the board, and for the shareholders for joining today. So with regard to some of the questions that have been posed and some of the questions that have been sent ahead in advance to this, I'll go through them. So with regard to the questions that has been raised by Mr. Praful Shah, with regard to the government project where NCL Buildtech has a 50-50 share with NCL Industries, like it was covered in the media and also we had shared before. This is essentially to provide windows and door frames, roll-formed windows and door frames to the AP government as part of one of the Chief Minister's welfare initiatives. Like it was mentioned, the order value that the consortium had bagged is about 1,863 crores. From gross margins perspective, obviously a lot is dependent on the commodity prices, which is essentially steel. I think in the last few months, last few weeks, actually, we've seen some of the steel prices stabilize, normalize, and also even trend down. So when we went to bidding in July, August, essentially, I think we were looking at anywhere between an 18 to 20% gross margin. With regard to the other business and how it is progressing, obviously with the intermittent lockdowns that happened in May, it had a little bit of impact on the business, but not much, which I'm happy to report. So our target, our current year target from a gross perspective is about 465 crores is what we are targeting. Again, excluding last year, which was an abnormal year, and compared to FY20, we are shooting for about a 35 to 40% growth in top line. And through end of August, we are about 90% of the budget for the first 5 months of the year. And on that front, I'm happy to report, obviously, there are pressures with regard to the commodity prices, with regard to steel, binders, coal, diesel, everything. With regard to all the commodities, there is pressure on the margins, but we are taking essentially steps to pass on these prices to consumers, because one is it's recognized in the market that the commodity prices have increased. So even the orders that we have on hand, we are essentially going back and renegotiating these prices. So from a business perspective, it is progressing as well as planned. But from an EBITDA perspective, we expect to end the year about at the 8 to 9% EBITDA range for the year. There is obviously Q4, which is a Jan to March quarter, is going to be is a significant quarter for the company, and where we expect to do good. And with regard to the rights issue, as it was covered in the EGM, rights issue versus an optional convertible debentures, as it was covered in the EGM, Our primary goal for this raising these funds through an OCD is essentially to meet the immediate requirements for the bidding process. And that was the reason we had decided to go through an OCD and not a rights issue. But again, as was floated in the EGM for this proposal, if anybody wants to subscribe to those debentures, we can coordinate with NCL Industries with the Alotti NCL Industries to pass on some of those debentures to the interested shareholders. With regard to what Mr. J. Shah has mentioned about the insurance claim, the insurance claim is progressing. It is progressing slower, but we expect a resolution in the next 2 to 3 months, where we've had meetings with the insurance company and the assessor, and we just completed salvage removal last week. So we expect closure on that in the next 2 to 3 months. And with regard to the trade receivable and the provision received for trade receivable, the company usually has a practice of about writing off 0.05%, and some of these dues are quite old. And we had formed a special collections team to recover these. And based on our assessment, this is the amount that we needed to write off. And for the first current 5 months, like I mentioned, business is progressing well with a pressure on margins, but we expect to turn that around. Even the profitability and the margins, we expect to turn it around by the end of the fiscal year. And what Mr. Mandeep had mentioned with regard to having pretty much a closed turnover compared to FY20 in FY21, why did we turn a loss? There were multiple factors that were contributing to it. For all intents and purposes, the first 2 months were essentially a wash in FY20. So we had to absorb 12 months of expense in 10 months of business. And the cost of raw materials is one. And the other significant factor is, as was communicated before and also in the director's report, the Nellore plant commissioned in March of 2020. And that's hitting our depreciation expense and our interest expense, which have gone up significantly last year. So those were some of the factors that were contributing to the loss. And with regard to the TIDCO order and our progress on government orders, as the members know and as the shareholders know, yes, we've bagged this order. So the TIDCO was essentially due to result of change in government and change in government priorities. But with this new project that we had bid for, we are essentially back in the game. And in terms of target for FY22, like I mentioned, we're targeting about 460 crores top line. That is about a 35% growth from FY20 and about a 45% growth from FY21. And the question that multiple members have posted is with regard to the IPO status. I think the intent of management here is essentially to stabilize the turnover and the margins. Our intent is to go to the IPO sooner rather than later. Like I mentioned, the turnover has stabilized. I think once we can stabilize the profitability, we will go for the IPO. And with regard, like I mentioned, our intent is to provide liquidity to our shareholders and pursue that shortly. And I'd addressed what Mr. Bharat Shah had mentioned with regard to the raw materials pressure. We are passing on all the costs that are increasing to our consumers, to our customers. So profitability should increase. And with regard to the AP Housing Corporation order and getting the government to pay for the funds, like it was communicated at the EGM, this project is one of the, as we all know, the AP state government and Mr. Jagan are heavily focused on their social welfare activities, and all the funds they are basically utilizing for their welfare activities. Besides that, the 1.8 lakhs that has been set aside for each home, the cost of construction of each home, 1.5 lakhs is coming from the center under the Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana. So we feel fairly confident that the funds will be allocated, and in survey of how the activity is progressing at the ground level, because right now most of them are at the excavation or the foundation stages, and the suppliers that are supplying steel and cement, currently they are receiving payments. So that is a good sign for us to know that the government is committed to this project, and the company will receive the dues. Obviously, there will be some challenges, but I think from a risk management perspective, we've defined a risk threshold to make sure that we don't overexpose the joint venture, both the companies, NCL Industries and NCL Buildtech, and we will function within those parameters. And with regard to what Mr. Doshi had mentioned about suggestions for the B2B and the B2C, yes, Mr. Doshi, we are progressing on that. Obviously, our coatings business, it is, while our projects contribute to about 30 to 35% of our B2B, most of the sale is happening through the B2C segment, and we are undertaking activities to expand that. I think it was probably the first time in the history of the company where we had conducted a distributors, all India distributors meet last month, and there was significant interest shown by all our distributors. And even if you look at from a numbers perspective, if you look at Q1 of FY22, the coatings business essentially had the turnover in the coatings business has essentially increased by 35% in Q1. So that in essence is a direct result of our presence in the market and trying to reach the consumers. And even from a Windows perspective, we are trying to expand our retail presence. We are looking to expand in the retail presence primarily in Bangalore right now. And as you rightly pointed out, there are higher margins in the retail segment. And also from a aluminum perspective, we, as the shareholders may already know, we partner with Shuko, which is essentially a high-end aluminum systems provider. And that acceptance for that product is primarily in the retail segment. And that is progressing. And also we've introduced another line of aluminum windows, again, targeted partly to the B2B segment, but also to the B2C segment. Because Shuko is essentially a high-end where there is significant potential in the retail, but the other series that we are introducing will help us tap both the untapped mid segment of aluminum and also the project orders. We've started producing, we've started fabricating, and we are conducting some architects meets and things like those to get presence in the B2B, in the B2C space. I think I've addressed most or all of the questions that have been raised. If I've missed anything, let me know. And like the chairperson had mentioned, the responses to these questions that have been raised, that have been submitted to us before the meeting, and also that have been raised in the meetings, will be posted on our website. Thank you.
Thank you, Subbaraju. I think in very detail you have outlined the plans of the company. I also thank the shareholders for very good suggestions. They have been with the company, placed trust in the company for so many years, and have been partners in our growth. So thank you all. I now request the company secretary to explain the voting procedure.
Thank you, ma'am. Any shareholders who have not cast their votes electronically through e-voting and who are participating in the meeting have an opportunity to cast their vote now. And the facility will be available for 30 minutes after the meeting concludes. And upon conclusion of this meeting, the scrutinizer will be compiling the details of votes and submit her report. The same will be published on the website of the company in the next 3 days. I'll just read out the gist of each item of business to be voted upon at this meeting. First, the ordinary business to consider standalone and consolidated audited financial statement for the financial year 31st March 2021 and the reports of auditors and directors thereon. Second item, to appoint a director in the place of Mr. P. Aditya Krishna Verma, who retires by rotation and is eligible for reappointment. Coming to special business, it's appointment of Mr. VVJ Raju as director and the ratification of remuneration of cost auditor. I read out all the agenda items. If the shareholders, any shareholders got any other queries, they can write to me, the company secretary, to the designated email, and it will be answered appropriately.
Thank you, Divya. I think you can propose the vote of thanks now.
Yes, ma'am. It's my pleasure to propose vote of thanks. On behalf of the Board of Directors and the management of NCL Buildtech Limited, I convey our sincere thanks to all the shareholders for attending and participating at this meeting. I wish to thank all the customers, suppliers and lenders, State Bank of India and Hero FinCorp Limited, for their continuous support. I also thank all the employees and the volunteers for assisting us in conducting this meeting and making it a grand success. Thank you.
Thank you, Divya. The results of the voting would be displayed on the company website on receipt of the scrutinizer's report. I now declare the meeting closed. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. Madam Host Chair, shall I stop the recording?
Yes, please stop the recording.
Okay, madam. I'm stopping the recording and I'm ending this meeting.